Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. Welcome to another how to play tutorial, and in this one we're going to learn to play the title track of my debut album Home, and obviously the song is called Home. This was originally written in 2008 actually, and then I re-recorded it last year in 2023. So let's get into it. So on the album version, which you can see in the description below, this is E standard with a capo on the 7th fret, and then there's a second guitar which is a baritone acoustic tuned to B standard, which is basically this but an octave down. So it's on a baritone guitar, and it's exactly the same. The two guitars mirror each other. So it's kind of like a 12 string, but not, because these are a full octave apart, whereas a 12 string has got two strings in unison that tuned to the same pitch. But on the album, it's this guitar, capo on the 7th fret, and a baritone guitar tuned to B standard. And they basically mirror each other. They play exactly the same thing, but it gives a nice, full, rich kind of sound because they're like an octave apart. So this song is a verse movement, a pre-chorus movement, and a chorus movement. There's a little bit of a slight variation maybe for the bridge under the guitar solo, but other than that it's those three movements. So the verse and the intro are kind of the same movement. So let's crack on, and we shall crack on with the intro and essentially what is the verse movement. So at the start of the song, the intro, we're going to hold a C chord shape. We're not going to be using that high first finger fret just yet, but it will come into play later on. So it's a C shape, and what I'm going to do, we're playing the bottom three notes of that chord shape, as in the tab, and it's down, down, up, and then when you transition the root notes, I'm playing down, down. Back into down, down, up. Down, 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 up. Down, down, up. And that's the format basically, is down, down, up. And then when you transition in the root notes, I'm playing down, down. Back into down, down, up. So I'll just call out, I mean, you'll be able to see it on the screen, but just to sort of call it out, it's going to be 3, 2, open, 2, open, 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 2, open, and then we're going to move up a string, and there's going to be 3, open, 1. Now there's a difference there. This is the correct way to play it. On that last chord, it's an F. It's an F sus2. So it's 3, open, 1. On the album, because I hadn't played it for so long, and I was kind of like not paying attention, I actually play a standard F shape. So on the album, you'll hear that. The correct way, which is the correct way I'm going to teach you, is this. It's an F sus. It's a sus2. So it's 3, open, 1. So this is the verse movement and the intro as well. I'll play it slow first, and then I'll play it full speed. So this is slowed down. And then we repeat. So, and this is it at the correct speed. So that's the verse. We're obviously then going to transition into a pre-chorus, and we'll do that next. So the pre-chorus comes off the back of that F sus2. And we're going to be playing, so this, it's on the screen, but it's essentially the notes are going to be open, 2 and 1, starting on that open D string. And then we're going to be 2, 2, open, 1. And then we're going to slide up. And your third finger is going to be on the 12th fret, essentially. And it's going to be 12, 11. And I realise that I was using 1 and 2 referring to the capo here. But just in my brain, I'm seeing the 12th fret. So I'm just looking at the 12th fret. So I'm looking at the third finger being on the 12th fret, 11, and then 10. And then we're going to bar the high E string then with our first finger for the strummy bit. So I will play the pre-chorus now. Slowly and then at full speed. And then we transitioned into a chorus. So this is the pre-chorus at full speed. And then we transition into the chorus, which is next. Chorus is all about the strumming. We're going to be playing a C. And we're going to be pulling off our second finger on that D string. And this is the strumming pattern. So that's the strumming pattern, basically. So la 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 la. And we're going to transition to a G, but it's going to be a G where you're only playing the G note. Well, I know it's not a G note, but stick with me. We're going to be playing the 2 octave notes. We're going to be muting the A string with our third finger. Everything else is going to be open. And then we're going to basically be playing or adding in that, which is first fret after the capo on the B string, second fret after the capo on the D string. So it's kind of like an A minor 7. So if you play an A minor shape, take your third finger off. So you got that A minor 7, lovely A minor 7. We're kind of combining that with a G. So the G would be, and that's it. So we're going to go from a C to the G to an A minor, and again we're going to lift off our middle finger, our second finger, on the D string, so the D is open, back on again, and then we're going to play an F, and the F you're going to take off your first finger so that the E and the B strings are open. Like that. So it's a C, a G with that lovely little A minor 7 kind of shaped hammer on, to an A minor where the second finger comes off, to the F. And again, it's just lifting off the first finger. I play the F like that. I don't know why. I find playing Fs like that easier than doing that. And you couldn't lift off your first finger because you'd be taking off the root note. So your thumb is playing the root note so that you can take off the first finger. So the chorus then would be like, I'll play it slowly first, but the chorus then would be like this. And then we transition back into the verse movement, essentially. And then this is full speed, I guess. Back into the verse. So underneath the solo, it's just a verse. It's just a chorus. Sorry, it's just a chorus. So the outro is the first half of the verse movement. And we're going to finish on that suspended second chord. Slows down, and then you high E open string, and then back to the E, back to the C, fourth finger down on that third fret on the high E string, and that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I don't think there's anything else really. It's a very straightforward song. I've tabbed out all the guitar parts. So the guitars on the album version is this guitar with a capo on the 7th fret. So it's in B, essentially. That's B. There's a second guitar then, which is my acoustic baritone guitar, which is tuned to B standard. And they play exactly the same thing. And I've also tabbed out all the guitar solo parts. The lead parts are also tabbed out for you as well. So that's available in the description. There will be a link to the PDF with all the guitar parts on it as a multi-part tab PDF. And I've also uploaded this to ultimateguitar.com in full Guitar Pro tablature. So it'll be available both as a PDF and as full Guitar Pro on ultimateguitar.com. I hope you found that useful, helpful. Yeah, thank you so much. I will see you on the next one. Take care.